Hello everybody, welcome. It's so good to be with you. It's Thursday, May, I think 6th or 7th, I can't remember the date. I think it's May 7th. And I have a message that I want to share about ascending and how we are continuing to ascend, and one of the ways in which we can practice moving into these 5D consciousnesses, right? It feels like so many messages right now that are coming in for me are about how we can be in this 5D consciousness more and more. So it's not about holding the 5D consciousness, right? Like it was a couple months ago, anchoring the 5D consciousness down. So many of us are already holding and anchoring that frequency, right? And now it's about learning how to be in it as we stand in 3D consciousness. So here's the message today. Remember and know that everything is energy, right? It's all consciousness, which is energy. And it spins, all energy spins. And the frequency in which it spins creates the vibration and creates the experience that we have with it. So any external experience we have is energy. It's a consciousness. Any emotion, any thought, any belief, any behavior, any program, any paradigm, anything, right? It's all energy creating experiences for us. And so one of the things that is happening for so many of us is not only are we starting to feel more, right? We're feeling more emotion, we're feeling more thoughts, we're feeling more behaviors. I've got this awesome lizard, you guys. He comes every day to say hello to me. Oh my God, he's so cute. I wish I could show you guys right now. Hello, dude. Hi. Sorry, I know I'm on YouTube, but he's seriously the cutest. He has no fears of hanging out with me at all. Anyway, and when I start talking and doing videos, he comes out. So we are feeling more, right? One of the reasons is because we're holding higher frequencies. Hi. Hi, little munchkin. Oh my God, you're so cute. Do you want to be on video? Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. You're holding higher frequencies in your body, right? And so you're feeling more because you're also in your body. You're in your body. So what's happening is now, not only are we starting to feel more, but we're starting to feel the frequency of what we're feeling. I'll give you an example. Not only are you feeling joy, let's just say, right? So let's just say, for instance, today you're starting to feel some joy or peace, right? Not only are you feeling the emotion of that, what joy feels like, but you're feeling the frequency of it, right? You're feeling the frequency of joy along with joy. Now you have to get real conscious of this to start doing this, but this is what we're starting to do. That's why when we start to feel the lower consciousnesses, like the fear, anxiety, sadness, that kind of stuff, not only are we feeling the emotion of it or the thought, but we're also feeling the frequency of it. And the frequency of it is a slower vibration. It feels heavier. We feel lethargic. We feel exhausted. We feel like we're weighted down, right? So we're now starting to understand and navigate energy and not just the experience of energy. Got it? So we're becoming energetic beings, and we're recognizing that we are energetically navigating an energetic dimensional field, multiple dimensional fields, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now, because that's the frequencies that are in our body. And we're realizing that not only is it an experience we're having, an emotion, a thought, a behavior, a belief, a program, a paradigm, right? But it's also a frequency. And we're starting to learn frequencies. We're starting to recognize frequency. And why is this so important? Because it allows you to be the observer. You can start observing much easier, when you are no longer attached to the label that we give emotion, the label that we give thoughts, the label that we give beliefs, the label that we give paradigms and programs, right? Love is good. Sadness is uncomfortable. Expansion is where I'm going and what I want is my outcome. Disconnection and loneliness is lower frequency 3D and not what I want, right? These are restricted ways of classifying and labeling energy. Because really all it is energy. It's just you experiencing different energies in every now. We label everything in order to understand it. If you take the labels off, what are you experiencing? Just the frequency of something. And it's allowing you to have an experience, and that experience feels heavy, tight, uncomfortable. It feels expanded, free, light. When we start taking the labels off of the experience and just experience it as energy, your entire reality shifts. And this is what we're moving towards. This is what we're heading towards. We're starting to step out of this very linear matrix that boxes us into what an emotion is, what it is supposed to feel like, the name of it, right? What a thought is, how it's supposed to be experienced, what it does to us. It's a boxed in, linear, restricted way of experiencing energy and consciousness. If you had no idea how this reality worked, how Earth worked, and you were dropped in, completely aligned and connected to your energetic field, and all you did was experience the frequencies and energy that was on this Earth plane, you would literally be like, oh my God, that's a heavy energy. Oh my God, that energy makes my chakras open. Oh my God, that energy makes me want to lay down, right? Oh my God, that energy makes me want to seclude and go into my space. And you wouldn't have these judgments like we do now. And it's normal. It's very normal. It's part of our reality. It's part of our human journey to have the labels. Good, bad, right, wrong, polarities, duality. But what I am reminding you and what I am offering you and what I am suggesting you practice by being is the awareness that it is actually just energy, and that it is the 3D matrix that has labeled it names. Just like the galactic beings don't have names, they aren't Pleiadian. Their name isn't Pleiadian. We've given them that name. Their names aren't Syrian. We've given them that name in order to understand it. The sun was given that name in order for us to understand it. Earth was given that name. You were given a name for us to understand you. We have to label things in order to understand it. So we have to label emotions. We have to label thoughts, beliefs, programs, paradigms. All of these theories that are being explored and experienced and coming up, right, for us to see. It's just consciousness. It's just energy. Now it's complex because there are all these belief systems underneath that theory or underneath that truth, right? Infinite amount of truths, and in every truth there's all these belief systems. But let's tap into the actual frequency of that truth. Everything boils down to a frequency. And the more you can peel back the linear constricted labels, you will be able to navigate your reality much easier. You'll be able to start choosing your reality much easier. You'll be able to let things flow through you much easier because you're not going to attach to it. There's nothing to attach to. Do you understand? When you look at everything as energy and consciousness, you're not attaching to any of it because as energy and consciousness, it is designed to move. And so if it moves through your body, which all energy and consciousness is designed to do, right? It moves through your channel. As it moves through your channel, what do? You just see it as consciousness. Sure, some feel lighter than others. Some feel more enjoyable to digest than others. But when you start to see it purely as energy, everything moves in a flow. You're in a flow state, in a now moment, just moving through your day. And this takes practice. It's practice, not doing. You're not doing anything, right? You're being. This is not a practice of doing. There's nothing to do. You're not changing anything. You're not switching out of anything. You're not fixing anything. You're being in your body, feeling the frequencies that are coming through, unattached, recognizing as this professor that you are of ascension, that it's just energy. And the more you can do that in your nows, the easier it becomes. The easier you realize, oh my God, I just had a judgment about something. And that judgment felt kind of heavy. It felt kind of crunchy and like, that was weird. You're tapping into the frequency of judgment. And as you start holding higher frequencies in your body, 5D consciousness, it's not going to feel good to have judgment. And so you're going to stop judging, right? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to take courses on how to stop judging or courses on how to shift your emotions and change your thoughts and change all these beliefs, right? All you have to do is be. Be in your body and feel. And I guarantee you, by feeling the energy of it, you will eventually find yourself no longer choosing to do whatever it is you were doing to tap into those frequencies. It's just a natural process. It just doesn't feel good anymore, right? And so this is what's happening to all of us. We are going beyond the labels and we're tapping into the frequency. That's what you're doing. That's why it feels heavy or it feels light. There's days where you feel completely expanded and there's days where you feel restricted. You're feeling the frequencies of your body. There's days where you're with somebody and it doesn't feel so good. There's days where you're with them and it does, right? You're feeling the frequency of that connection, right? There's days where you feel sadness and grief and sorrow and anxiety, right? And it's feeling heavy. Your body feels heavy. You feel exhausted. You're feeling the frequency of those consciousnesses. And yet we're still staying attached to it, right? Oh, this is sadness. That must mean bang, bang, bang. Oh, this is depression. That must mean bang, 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 right? What are the belief systems that are attached? What are the truths that you have attached to every consciousness that you're experiencing, every emotion that you're experiencing? What are the belief systems that you have attached to that? And then can you let all of that just be and just experience it as a consciousness, just experience it as a frequency? Oh, this is just a frequency. Depression is just a frequency. Sadness is just a frequency. Anger is just a frequency. We've got to detach from the judgments, from the labels, from the underlying unconscious ways that we experience it, and it will blow your world up. It will shift you so much faster. We are designed to be 5D consciousness in a denser physical form, navigating third, fourth, and fifth dimensional fields in front of us. Feeling all of it, including 3D consciousness. You're not going to not feel 3D consciousness, right? So what you're learning how to do is to step out of the matrix that holds the way in which we live in 3D. You're stepping out of the ways in which we have been designed and programmed to live in 3D. It's linear, it's restricted, it's contained, there are rules, it is unconscious, right? It is black and white, it is polarities, and it is duality. You are learning how to stand in that dimensional field, holding 5D frequency, looking at those lower consciousnesses, saying, I remember actually this is just consciousness. And the way that this matrix has been designed, it has made me unconscious, in amnesia, disconnected, feeling like I have no control or choice, right? Judging, attaching, suffering, trying to control, labeling everything, and doing my best to not feel anything uncomfortable, which is absolutely impossible in a 3D consciousness. As soon as you start to light up more, get in the body, and feel the frequency of it more and more, you will start recognizing that the way in which that matrix works doesn't work in 5D consciousness, and you're going to break out of it. You're going to shatter that matrix. So that's what you're doing right now. You're shattering the 3D matrix by still standing in it, by still feeling the 3D consciousness, but not playing in it anymore. You're not playing in it. So what if you have sadness? So what if you feel fear? So what if you feel anxiety? So what? It's part of being human. It's part of your human journey. It's part of your human experience. You can't jump out of the 3D field. So how can we navigate this as we hold higher frequencies and hold our higher consciousnesses? We step out of the matrix of it. We break the freaking matrix. And you break the matrix by recognizing that you're not playing those games anymore. You're not labeling. You're doing your best to not judge. You're staying awake and conscious. You're a creator being. You're inside your body. You're listening to the belief systems that you hold. And you're not allowing those belief systems that are based in a 3D consciousness to control you anymore. And you're feeling everything. And you're feeling everything as energy and not as labels. That's how you break the matrix. That's how you break out of this 3D matrix. You recognize the rules and you choose differently. It's all consciousness. I love you. I hope this was useful. Practice. You're doing it.